Okay, so direct experience. So we are against these things, all right? So about the Satan and stuff like that. So first of all, what you will see, you will experience if you, for instance, live in fear, all right? That first of all, you will see some like ball of fire, like red or kind of yellow, would shine from the right side of you and expel the demon of fear. Okay, but that's not it. That's not it. And this is actually, what happened to me directly. I was sitting at my desk, this very desk, when it happened. And the spirit that was intimidating me was just shunned away by the, angel. I think angel. When then there is a moment, well, you already have that hot spot in your heart, which the vaccines are trying to kill, by the way. Okay? And the spirit, inside of you, like, started to rise. It's like you getting alive, You get that. For me, it was in 3 or something in the morning. I woke up and had like a taste like a blood in my in my mouth. I swallowed, and as I remember, what I understand, the blood of Christ. Okay, as I remember, I started to kind of rise inside of myself, the presence of my person, and it was really like coming from the dead. Okay, and as I was rising, and it was like squeezing inside of my body, through my body, through something that was pressing from the other sides. And then I realized that there are some structures, demonic structures, that press onto you, and they speak to your mind. They speak to your mind, and they speak to other people of who you are. Okay? And it's always something bad. It's always something, how they call it, a spirit of rejection, for instance. Okay? And as it grew, or I grew inside myself, like even higher than this, they fell away. They didn't want to fall away, but they fell away. Okay, they fell away, and almost immediately there's another light that that's above all personified creatures. Okay, it's kind of the word of God that is, kind of holds all the living beings. Okay, well, and the spectrum, yes, it's like yellow, it's like molten gold, and holds you, also starts to permeate you. So you like feeling that like Father is holding you, well, in your hand. And the thing is, those things were speaking to you, if through your mother, through your father. They were directing you to obey. You were just obeying the father and the mother. And if you had that rebellion inside, and it was coming from that red spot, from that hot spot in your heart, your rebellion wasn't necessarily against your father and your mother. Because your father and your mother, for instance, if they weren't born again, they were conveying the Satan's order. Okay, the Satan's order. So it may be meek, it may be it, but it's order, and your spirit is kind of subdued to their own spirit. Okay, outwardly you can be, you know, a normal family, well, without much love, you know, with some, you know, but um, some, you know, fakeness in the relationship, but it's, you know, considered like, well, the families are different, but that's what, that's the thing. Okay, and then and the Christ, let's say this is Christ, okay, this is the word of God. He is against these guys. Okay, so these guys stole the, you know, the physical creatures, our bodies, you know, snatched them. Okay, a long time before. Okay, and they are the ego, you know. The ego is not yours. The ego is a virus, you know, is an implant. That's how you can compare ego with cordyceps mushroom that infects an ant, or that lamicus secretion that they poison ants, and ants become subdued to lamicus, you know, order, and the whole house of ants gets destroyed because ants start allowing those bugs, those lamicus bugs, eat their own eggs, you know. Think about abortion, okay? Eat their own eggs, the eggs of ants. That's what happens. So Jesus is about these guys, and you will feel like you are up against the whole world, because Jesus actually is against the whole world, meaning the spirits that are in this world, okay, who are directing almost everything. You will see like you are, but you have to remember, if this happens to you, you are hanging on the true living God, and He is the strongest, and these are nothing compared to Him. And also they are the thieves. They are, you know, kind of imposters, and He is the true owner and true host of this planet and of all the creatures. Okay, so these guys, they had no right, never had any right to rule the planet. Okay, but these guys are trying to come back and you know, instill that you will feel that guilt and shame, not inside of you, but kind of trying to get your agreement to listen to you from outside, and you have to reject it altogether. Okay, so, and there can be some kind of anxiety, because this stuff that the usual used to kind of perceive as God, because it was sitting on your head. You used to perceive this stuff as God, but it never was. It's Satan. Okay, so when question about doing the law or coming back under the law, there's not such entity, law. Because, for instance, in this state, God through you, He, you know, sets laws, okay? He sets how people will treat you, you know? It's called in Jewish language somehow, you know, that the heavens pave the way in front of you, help you. This providence, yes, I remember in Hebrew it's called siyata dishmaya, okay? But yeah, that's what happens, okay? And don't you dare think that this is unfair, okay? Because one of the thoughts, and I said about it in previous videos, is, but I'll be lying, okay? it's kind of, this is me. Of course, that's a lie, okay? And other people will be deceived into my new me, okay? But there's no such thing as me in the body, okay? The body was created by God. So there is such thing as me. You can say there is. So you can only be true you is this. On the other hand, you can say whatever quote-unquote energy, whatever influence you permeate, you convey, that's you. But since this is a harmful, this is a fake, this is a imposter's influence, okay? That was never you. It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with true person you are, okay? So the true host, the true owner of a human being is the Word of God, Christ. And then you arise in God. This is the true you, okay? With all the freedom, with all the power. But again, you will see that you will feel like you are alone up against the whole world. And Jesus was like this, because against all the other spirits, but he conquered the world. So be courageous, he said, because I conquered the world. So you will have to reject that installment trying to instill into you shame and guilt again, okay? There are no excuses. You owe to this thing. You just kick it out. You just resist it. And again, I was just talking about the law. There's no such entity as a law. This is Satan. It's not law. This is Satan. So if you backslid, you backslid bowing down and doing what this stuff wants. And it latches immediately onto your physicality, onto your flesh. Okay? So if you backslid, you backslid to under Satan, not to under law. Well, we can call it to under law, but this is legitimately Satan. Okay, that's it. So after conversion, you are absolutely naturally feel that you don't own nothing, that you are a son to the Most High, and you owe nothing to the world. Well, you, as the apostle said, we owe to other people, to other human beings, love. And of course, he was talking predominantly about the church, okay? So, and he was saying, we own nothing except for mutual brotherly love, okay? So it's sharing this love, this flow of Christ, the flow of blood of Christ with other people, okay? That's what it is called, this love, agape, this flow of God himself, okay? So that's it, okay? That's it.